Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. From a snowy Netherlands, I'm coming to you with a flip through of this mini journal I made, and it was after a tutorial Ruby and Pearl did, and I really loved it. The size, yeah, she made a smaller one, but I really like this bit of a postcard size. I hope you're all well and hope I can inspire you with this journal, maybe give you some ideas. I loved making it. If you're interested, please contact me. You can DM me on Instagram or down below in the description box is my email address. Please contact me if you want to have more information. I would love for this beautiful journal to get a loving home. So let's dive into this. This is something I thought went well with the journal, but there are the months. It's in digital from Paper Daisy journals, and I really like them. And each month has a own card, and if the recipient of the little journal wants to have a card to go with the journal, she can choose the month she wants, yeah, her birth month or yeah, any other, doesn't matter. So that's why that is lying here. And this is a journal, a little tag I made this morning to go with the journal because I really liked a lace. I wanted to try a lace tag and I think it goes very well, so that's why it's not in there. I attached it with some lace, but because it shifts because of the binding, it's a bit hard to close it, but because you really have to pull it tight. So I just put it on here. You don't have to have a closure. Heather from Ruby and Pearl didn't. She just left it the way it is. But this will go with the journal. I auditioned several trims and I came up with this one. I had a satin ribbon and that was nice also, but I found it too white to go with the rest of the lace and the things peeking out. I thought this color, it's a very sheer ribbon, so I thought it was better. And this is a beautiful older, it's not vintage, but it's pretty old, and I liked it also, so that will go with the little journal. The front cover, it's from a little book I took apart, and this is a digital from Ruby and Pearl. I decorated it with an inside also. With digitals I made an inside cover. Beautiful handmade paper with a little lace and a label. A vellum pocket. Inside is a nice card, beautiful decorated, and I like this to be hanging there. If the recipient doesn't like it, she can cut it off. Beautiful image, and on the back I glued a faux postcard image and a real vintage stamp. So that goes back into the vellum pocket. The vellum pocket is also very old. Here I made a little cluster to make it a bit more interesting, a flower and some Italian book page. The music paper, I thought that went well with the birds, a label and some extra decoration, and I left every item of the ephemera blank with old book pages, with empty ledger, all kinds of papers, so you can write on the back. Let the bird peek out. I think almost every page the back is empty, so you can stick something on there that you want to write on, whatever you want. Here I made an embossed pocket. You can write here, it's coffee dyed paper, and a beautiful image with a double label on it, and some staff paper and packaging on the back for writing. This is a real handy size for to take in your purse, to just make some quick notes. And it's also nice if you have a beautiful, this is added too, just a nicer notebook paper, and you can write on it and you can stick it, this is a bit large, but you can stick it on here. So you don't, because you can't write on this, you can stick something on there, or you can make an extra pocket. It has a lot of options. On the back of the coffee dyed paper, this was a loose flap, but I decided to make a tuck spot out of it. Underneath the lace, and it's vintage lace, is also the fancy ledgers from Ruby and Pearl, because then the lace stood a bit out more than on the coffee dyed paper, and I like that it's shining through the lace. Inside, a journal card. The design, all the digital designers are linked down below. This is from Crislana Crafts, a beautiful bouquet digital. On the back, the old paper to journal on. This is a very famous image from Ruby and Pearl. It's coloring or watercoloring paper, but thinner. It's not very thick, but it has the feel of handmade paper. But I have a paper pad of that paper. On the back, again, old book page, the image, and the sample stamp on packaging. See the beautiful paper. I don't think the camera will pick it up. Yeah, you can see it a bit. It looks like handmade paper, and it has that feel, the rougher feel. The trim is smooth, so flipping over is going well. A very old Italian book page, folded twice to make 2 tuck spots, and I decorated a bit with a German music page. I don't know if it's visible, but it's my favorite font from the German language. A beautiful journaling card. Some embossing, some faux old tape, and again old book page to journal on. And this is, it was a complete digital page, but I just took a little piece of the image and then I embossed it. So it will be a bit more difficult to journal on here, but I think it could be, but otherwise you can stick a little paper on there and put your journaling on there. But there's plenty of room. Here again, you can stick something on there to journal on, or make another pocket. Beautiful old wallpaper. And on here I made a side tuck, and in here an Italian rag paper, and a beautiful image with some decoration on, a bit of collaging on there to make it a bit more interesting, and again book page on the back. In the doily, flipped up as to make it into a pocket, and yeah, it had, I did put a bit of glue there. Again, it looks a bit like a postcard, but it's an advertising for chocolate, and a vintage stamp, and on the back some empty ledger to write on. I really love how it turned out. It's such a cute thing to make. Again, the faux of the fancy ledgers from Ruby and Pearl to reinforce it. I didn't do anything to the handmade paper in the first instance, and this morning I thought, oh, I have die cut flowers. I showed this, sorry for the reaching, I showed this before in other videos. I pre-cut a lot of flower die cuts in all kinds of papers and cardstock, so I have them ready at hand. And this is book page, and I thought This will go really well with the neutral tones of the little journal. And to give this page a bit of an extra interest, and you can always put something over it if you don't like it. Here, vintage music page to reinforce, but plenty of room to write. Again, an Italian book page flipped up with some embossing to make it a bit more interesting. A beautiful image. I love this image. It's from Anna's Wonderland. And a little snippet. This is from an old color, and this is some flower trim on the back book page. And I like that it was a front page to a chapter, and I like that it's shining through the bottle. So that goes in that pocket. On the back you can do whatever you want. Again, empty original vintage ledger, and I cut that out. That was on the top of the ledger page, and I cut it out and glued it on there, but plenty of room to fill however you want. On here an image from Rach&Bella Crafts, beautiful image, and I try to be in the neutral, a bit green, a bit pink, because yeah, you know pink is my color. So for just some color. On the back I made a lace pocket, and then I backed the card with my favorite German font, but this is in a book page, so that's why it's not more in the written style, but more a printed font. And an image of Ruby and Pearl backed with book page, and that clips here on the page. Oh, and then you can see it's completely empty to do your journaling. That. Also again from Ruby and Pearl, gorgeous image. I love these flowers, they are so versatile to use. On the back I printed a ledger, some texture paste on a book page, and in there I just put some embossed pieces to play around with in this journal or another. Beautiful envelope with some faux washi. I did put a Velcro dot on there because otherwise it keeps flapping. Not that that's really a problem, but I thought then you can really close it. It's printed on two sides, and in here the image, I didn't do anything to it on the front because I really like it, and the recipient has to make it a bit more her own. School paper for children to learn how to write, and I thought I'd do it double, so there's lots of writing space on there, and the card goes back in the envelope. This is a digital script page with some faux washi, and I thought it was too blank, so I did a little collaging with a doily and some dotted tulle and a rosette trim. Again on the watercolor drawing paper, and the paper pad has this ring bound. It's this, with this it was ring bound, so I really love those edges. And some digital Italian paper. This was the heading, and I thought it was nice. I wanted to keep it a bit flat because it goes into the top tuck. Oh, like that. And I didn't do anything further to the image because it's so beautiful already. Yeah, this is on the back. Yeah, these two pages I did do on two sides. Normal, I left more blank, but this I thought, this letter, it's a digital letter, and it had white space here on the side, and I didn't really like it, so I took the paper from the cover. I had some left, and I made a pocket, some packaging behind it, and a label, and it looks nice, and you can put your journaling in there. But I did take a very old French paper. I folded it because I like it, but it tore already because it's very fragile paper, but you can use it in bits for collaging. And I wanted to add the lace stack to this also, so that has its place. I could have clipped it here, it doesn't matter. Digital staff paper, because like I said in the earlier video, I have original staff paper, but I'm hoarding it. It will be used someday, but I accidentally found out that in that music book were empty pages, and I'm not ready to use them yet because they're so beautiful. Again, here a beautiful image, and with a bit rougher the background, a bit of collaging and a vintage stamp and old book page. And I want it a bit askew so you can see the staff paper. The fancy ledger, and you can do with it whatever you want. Here I did a top tuck with the image, and this I added also on both sides for some journaling, and that can go in the tuck spot. And this I had to do, it wasn't in the last video, I still had to do that, so I did it off camera. It's a medallion from a larger tablecloth, and I really loved it on this spot, and it's a pocket, you can put something in there. And we did on camera, the digital, and these were tabs, and I cut them to size to make this like reinforcements, and a label. And the back I left plain because I really like that you can see that it was an old book and it was rough. Truly old book. And then this shifts because you're flipping in it. Oh, that is a bit loose, but you can shape it again, and it's not really chunky. It can grow because you can loosen the knot and you can add to it as much as you want. Because of this binding, it will always be a little wobbly, but it's an amazing feel. It's like you really having an old, well-loved book in your hands, and you can add to it, you can write in it, you can have quotes in there. And like I said, I will add, if the recipient wants, a month card, because I think it goes really well. The measurements, I think it's in the description box also. It's 6 by about 4.5. The cover and the pages stick out a bit, like you can see the fluffiness. I did that on purpose. I always like things sticking out, and like you saw with flipping through the pages aren't all the same size, so it's a variety of digitals and old papers, and I really hope it will get a new home, so it will be used. As always, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all your time and comments and likes, and I will see you in the next video. I hope you have a very great day, very great rest of the week, and I will see you soon. Bye!